All right, everybody, welcome back. I wanted to talk about how video games influenced my interests in technology and electronics and all that, and of course, all the math that came to it. Um, all right, so one of the books I wanted to talk about was The Analytical Engine. Ta-da! You see this? Now, this I probably got this 15 years ago. This is like, there's updated versions of this one, but this is one of the first books I took a class. The professor, I think his name was Falcone, and I think he worked on one of the original. I don't think it was the Altair ENIAC. I forget. I have to look up the. See, I can't remember all this stuff. You have to go over it. If you don't go over it, if you don't use it, you lose it. But um, this was a good book that'll teach you all sorts of basic stuff. Analytical engine, there it is, and I'll put links in the description for below. I got a couple books here. I got a whole bunch of books actually that I got from when I was in school. I actually probably about almost 4 years I did nothing but schoolwork and go to work. I had no video games, no TV. Sometimes I watched somebody was watching TV, but all I did was work and read lots of books. So this is a basic one. If you don't know, this is a good place to start. Analytical engine for computer science, okay? And I'm not a computer science major. This is just a class I took to dabble in whether or not I thought it was for me. So in that process, I started learning about hexadecimal and this, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I used to learn hex editors for like Game Genie, or even I think the Game Shark had some of that. How to make cheat codes in video games. So I kind of understood how hexadecimal worked. I didn't really fully understand what you could do with it, but this book goes over a little bit on how you can learn some of that stuff. And it also goes over binary, how binary works, and yeah, assembly language and all that, and which is stuff you don't use. You're not a manufacturer, but just to understand it and test yourself on it, if you're taking these quizzes and taking these tests and you're still interested whether you pass or fail, that could be a good sign this kind of stuff is for you. But I didn't go into computer work. There's more stories into what I chose to do and why I chose to do it, but I'm going to try and keep things simple for now because uh, I wanted to focus on the book. So, of course, going into this, I realized I had to up my math skills. And in high school, my math skills were just barely average. So, I had to take it to the next level. So, let me find one over here. Here's a math book. I got plenty of them. Just basic college math, Here's another one. I'll share a link in the description below. Mathematics, it's about time. So, I had to take basic math, several times just to be sure I totally understood everything I was doing until I was satisfied and got an A and figured I could go tackle the bigger stuff. So, this is another one of the books. Like I said, no TV, no internet for almost a couple of years, but that was forever ago. And, the job I was applying for promised me all these wondrous things, so I figured it'd be worth it. And the education was worth it. Um, for, but focusing on this, so yeah, here's another math book. I could put a link in the description. Hardcover, paperback, or I'll give you what is it? If there's a digital download link for what ebook? Yes, ebook. So, um, if you're still interested, whether you pass and fail in this basic math stuff, okay, what you might end up finding yourself doing in your career path is getting into AC theory. There's another interesting book here. Now, this book was interesting to me, and the amount of questions you can have understanding electronic functions in this power triangles. Oh my God! Uh, this book, this book will test your mathematical abilities once you've become confident in your math. Like this will go into sine functions and all sorts of things to get you prepared for understanding semiconductors. There's another book I got somewhere. I got to dig them all out. I got 100 books. I got I earned all these books and they've been sitting here in not collecting dust because I get them in a bin. I want to keep them safe. They're like my trophies, but I figured maybe they'd be worth talking about a little bit because, this all stems from me being fascinated with an Atari when I was 4 years old. How did they make, Pong ping a light from here to there? You know? How does that work? So, yeah, AC theory. See, look, there's some power triangles. All right? Some math. Yeah, can you guys see that? Oh, I know a setup will improve eventually. I don't want to breathe into the microphone. I gotta get a better microphone, better lighting at some point. So, yeah, AC theory. This was fascinating to me. I actually wrote a paper on electron hole flow function that didn't state anything profound. It just kind of, sourced facts from here and there so I could get a passing grade. But it was interesting to me, you know. So AC theory, I'll put a link in the description for this. And one more book for now. So this one is Lighting Design Basics. Okay? And this is if you end up going into electrical work like I did. And, well, also, it's just in lighting. And I think now, when this whole thing with RTX lately, like all the whole lighting, what do you call, a light source? Luminaires, foot candles, all that stuff. It's all in this book. Yeah. The spectrum of light, there's just all sorts of stuff in here. Is that focusing all right? Maybe, maybe not. Well, this will help you learn the language of what it is you're talking about, and it might even apply to if you're developing with RTX all these new games. It might help to know lighting and design basics. Did I get that shot of that all right? Okay. So, I guess that's it for now. These 4 books. I think I was able to get an Amazon affiliate thing again, so I'm going to post the links in the description below. I think I can do this this way, all right? I hope this was slightly interesting, or I hope it was very interesting to people, and they leave a like if you liked it. Thanks for watching my stuff, and I'll get back to making some videos on some games soon. And also I mentioned about possibly starting another channel, because this has been my first channel and it's not professional entertainment at all. It's just me trying to come up with ideas and share them along the way. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.